See how horses look at the same thing? So he's looking at the same thing Freedom did, these rocks and then the aloe plant. Because to them it looks funny, so it's not like one horse is spooky, it's they're, you know, they're both looking at it, but now he doesn't care, he's over it. So, you know, if you're trying to think, well, is that horse a spook? Well, if they're all looking at it, probably not. It's just, it looks weird to them. They gotta check it out. Once he checked it out, he's like, oh, I'm fine. So we got the building on the right with the tractors. Good boy. So he's looking, but not bad. And now I know we don't have anything until we get up that hill. So then I can work on his gait a little bit and then be ready as I'm getting to the top of the hill in case something else comes out. Okay, so we got a puddle up there. I know this because I've done this trail now 3 times. You want to have a plan because your horse wants to get up there and usually walk around it, especially if they're a little nervous with these things, because that looks like a death hole to them. They can't see the depth so much. He's sitting here looking at it because he can see it shining back. But a lot of times they get up to it, they don't want to go through it because it looks like a black hole. He's like, anybody here to help me? Hello? Hello? Anyone? He's like, maybe I'll go back. So, and I'm like, no, I got you. So when I get up there, I'm going to keep him in front of it, going to keep my hands wide. And it might take us 2 minutes to get through it. It might take us 20 minutes or a half hour, but I'm going to get him through it. And that's because the next time I come up on a puddle or I'm going underneath water, I need him to go where I ask him. Because sometimes you have a tree over the top of it, and you have to duck underneath it. And if your horse doesn't steer where you're asking them to go, I've seen people, it's kind of funny, I've seen people get knocked off their horses trying to get under the tree and over the water at the same time, and the horse cut the turn because the horse was just thinking about himself or trying to go off on the side and knock them off. Okay, so he's going up to the water. Now he wants to smell the water and look at it because again they don't have arms or fingers, so all they have are his vision. Oh, he went through it nicely. But just in case, let's go back and do it again because I'm going to have to do it back this way too. Now he's more motivated because he's like, oh, thank God we're going home. And I'm like, no, I was just joking. I just wanted to see if you go through that water. So now I'm going to turn his hindquarters and we're going to go through it again. But a lot of times they'll sniff it, they'll paw at it. You know, they might be playing in it, but most of the time they're trying to check the depth. Like, am I going to die? And, you know, if they have a lead horse in front of them, they see that lead horse make it through, so they're like, oh, it's okay. But if you're by yourself, you're the lead horse, but you're on its back, so they have to trust you, and you got to take them through things that you know are okay. You know, you don't take them through water you have no idea if this is in the beginning or the horse is really scared because you're going to lose their confidence. Okay, so we're going to try and go this way, Cash. Here's more water. So again, you might say, I go around it. And I'm like, well, I know it's not deep. There's tire tracks. They made it through it. So I'm going to make them go through all the puddles. He's like, really? Okay. So you're going to steer, keep your hands wide. Use your legs, left leg, right leg. He's going to look at it, but he was trying to get away from it. Now I'm going to keep my hands wide and be ready with my legs to block him. But it's okay if he looks. He's like, you sure they're not going to kill us once we get up here? I don't really know because I don't know where we are. No. So left leg, he's trying to get around it. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. We went through it. Right leg, right leg. See, you got to coordinate yourself. Left leg, right leg. That's the only way I can get this horse through this is that I know what I'm doing with my legs. Good boy. Now what am I going to do? He went through it. I'm going to give my horse a reward. You can give your horse whatever you want. I don't give my cookies at the barn. I give them out on the trail. So they want to come out here, and then they want to do things for me because they get a cookie for it. Good boy. So he did great. My camera might be dying. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to go through the puddles and then turn around before they come after us. More puddles. So left leg, right leg, left leg. Good boy. I don't know if that's it or not, but we're turning around. Okay. So do a little turn. Good boy. So now my right leg's on him. Right leg, hands wide, right leg. Now left leg, because he's trying to go to the left. Right leg, left leg. So if you can't coordinate that stuff, your horse through obstacles. So that's why you need to practice doing all these maneuvers. And all that I was just doing was just a leg yield. It was just blocking him from going the opposite direction. And since I know how to push him over and leg yield, all I did was leg yield him off my left leg, then my right leg, then my left leg. And it becomes very easy because we practiced in the arena. So Cash knows how to do it. I taught him how to do it, so of course I know how to do it. So we went through the puddle on the left, so let's try the one on the right. Hands wide, left leg, right leg, right leg, right leg, right leg. I'm steering as well. Good boy. And he just went through all those puddles. My battery's dying, so it might shut off again because it shut off. Now, why would Cash be willing to do all these things for me? Because I've always helped him. Sometimes I get off and get him through things. I give him confidence. I have not steered him wrong. I have not hurt him, and I have not beaten him. Okay? So he's willing to do those things for me. If I tell him it's safe, you can do this, it's okay. If I'm not sure, I'm going to go through the obstacle first to make sure it's okay so he doesn't get hurt and lose his confidence. So those are things you want to think of. My horses are very willing to do things for me. Because of that, they trust me. And I take the time. And I'm always concerned about their well-being. Where some people are just concerned about, getting off on the trail or going where they're going, and not if their horse gets hurt, if they, do something for him. So I'm not going to take him on a cliff I think he's going to fall off of. I'm not going to take him down something I think he's going to slide and might bow his tendon or something. I might get off and hand walk him first, and if I'm sliding, then it means we're not going. So this is important, if you have a horse that needs confidence, it came out of pasture, it doesn't remember the trail stuff, or, where are we? or, you've got a baby horse. So lots of people want young horses, but that's what comes into play. You have to be there for them, and you have to help them. Baby horses are not for people getting back into riding unless they have a trainer who's going to train that horse, and then they're going to take lessons a lot. They're not for people that are nervous or don't know what they're doing, or don't know how to control the horse or move its shoulders or hindquarters. Baby horses are not for those people because it's sad, but they're just going to ruin it. And if you have one, I'm sorry, but that's what happens. These horses lose their confidence, or the people do it the wrong way, and the horses learn to leap over the puddles instead of walk through them. Or they're taken off, or they're scared because they've lost their confidence, and so now they're just relying on themselves or the other horses, or they're just so petrified of the whole situation that they want to, bolt and take off. But see, Cash isn't rushing, and he's looking at that shed, so hey, dude. There might be cameras up here, so I don't want them to think we're breaking in just because I want my horse to look at their stuff. Just smile, you're on camera. That's as close as we're getting, buddy. He's like, but I thought I wasn't getting a cookie unless I went closer, so. Alright. Good boy. Now least people is green here, so they might be seeing me all the time if I got nowhere to ride on trail besides these roads, and then they'll be like, oh, it's just that idiot horse lady again. I don't know why she always comes up to our gate.